everybody, and welcome back to another episode of the BunghettiCast. We have two very special guests, one recurring special guest, one new. I'd like to real quick introduce my good friend Swandizzle back.
What's up?
Ethan, he's here, and now we have a new guest. Everybody, please welcome Anthony, Sechsy Studios.
Hello there.
Also, quick shout out to all of our supporters on Patreon. Nobody. we have nobody yet, but if you follow the Patreon, I list everybody's names at the end of the video, and also for the first 10 up until we get to 10, I will verbally say your name at the beginning of every podcast. So if you want your name said by Lil Ol' Me, head on over there, support us on Patreon. It's $5. Also on the Patreon, you get videos 2 days early, exclusive content like behind the scenes or like extended cuts, things like that. There's a monthly Q&A, and all that jazz. So if you're interested, go check it out. If you can't afford it, don't worry about it. You're not missing out on any content. It's just extra stuff that I wouldn't post. Or like I made a drawing and like the HD PNGs are on there. So stuff like that on the Patreon. Go check it out. We're also on both YouTube and on Spotify now. Let's go. Round of applause. We have the weekly gig. We have One Piece Feast, our One Piece podcast, where we watch the show blind and talk about it. And now the BunghettiCast, all three on Spotify. You can go and follow them. The links will be down below in the description. And or you could just go to Spotify and search us up, BunghettiCast. So if you don't have YouTube Premium, or it's just a lot easier to listen on Spotify while you're driving or working on other stuff, we are on Spotify. So go give it a follow, give us a listen. I appreciate it. So we're just a bunch of gamers in here. Anthony, can you tell us a little bit about yourself?
I am from the great state of Minnesota. I like to play a lot of games over on the TikTok there. I end up doing that voice a lot. I don't try to do that.
Here's a picture of his house.
Yeah, come find me. I'd love to meet you all, and I'll give you all forehead kisses.
Oh.
Then I work and stream. That's about all I do.
And he streams a lot, by the way. If you like Zelda or like other old retro like Nintendo games and stuff like that, amongst other games, you can find him on he's mostly on TikTok right now, but it's at Sechsy Studios. That's SECHSY Studios.
Nope. Oh yeah, that is right, yeah.
He's also gonna be linked down below. Same thing with Ethan Swandizzle too. So we love our.
I also like me a good really bad licensed movie or TV game. Those are the absolute best for being bad, and I just can't get enough of it.
The terrible games.
Yeah.
I was just watching before we joined up. Yeah, Monster House. I forgot that existed.
Yeah, someone brought that up to me the other day, and I'm like, I gotta do that. That's gonna be a fun one. I don't know if you guys have played the Men in Black game. That was the recent one I played. Oh, it's so bad. I couldn't get past the first level. Is so incredibly stupid. I did not do a video of that one though. I want to, but I don't think it'll be as fun if I'm not doing it for the first time. I did that over on TikTok the other day for the spooky month kind of, because it was, aliens and
yeah, you could fake your reactions, but it's not as cool.
I'm too legit to quit. Okay, like I am too real. I don't fake stuff for views and whatnot. We don't do that overreaction kind of garbage.
Yeah,
I'm not no
they
reactor.
Did what?
What?
Yeah, speaking of pictures of the front of people's houses and reactions, did you guys hear about the Jax Films Sniper Wolf drama?
I don't know who Jax Films is, but I've been getting this all over my thing. So yeah, I have seen
what the hell?
Just taking pictures in front of his house, like.
Yeah, people have talked about it like crazy. So I'm gonna give you the Spark Notes, but Jax Films is like OG YouTube. Pretty OG YouTube. He's been making content for a long time. I've been following him for a long time. He did a lot of stuff with Tobuscus. for a while.
Tobuscus is a topic for another day. But
yeah, they don't work together anymore. But
he's kind of a really bad person. I'm just going to put that out there. I want that to be known because people are very nostalgic for him still. And he's kind of a piece of shit. And there's a wonderful video by Quentin Reviews on YouTube. If you want to know why he's a piece of garbage, that's a good one.
Yeah, go for that. I used to love Tobuscus too. Allegations aside, like.
But yeah, anyways, continue with on. I just got to make that clear when Tobuscus comes up because he's not a good person, and people are like, "What happened to him?" It's like it's a lot.
Yeah,
the good old Tobuscus disclosure.
Yeah, the classic. But yeah, so Jax Films. So actually, let me start with Sniper Wolf. Sniper Wolf is known as a React channel where they just sit there and watch other people's videos and not say anything and get famous for it. So Jax Films has been really like digging into her about that to the point where he made his own channel dedicated to it, where he just does the same thing but like with her stuff. And she got pretty upset. And I guess she was shooting something near his house. I don't know how she knows where his house is, but then later,
to be fair, she's attractive. I will give her that. Like, I mean, I can't say she's not. So I'm sure she's got all the sweatiest little meat boys riding her, and I'm sure it's not hard to figure out when you got her
biggest
the massive simps that are in your army to do those kind of things.
Yeah, well, I guess she claims that he, quote, put it on Google, but
doesn't I mean, all of our addresses are on Google, right? But like, you still gotta. You can go find my house on Google Maps.
She went to his house and took a picture of it and posted it on her Instagram story for her 4+ million followers to see exactly where Jax Films lives.
And I saw his reaction because he was live at the time too while he was playing games on stream. And he abruptly quit the stream because he's just so... I would too. I don't know what I would do in that situation. She's in front of his house. Yeah. It's insane people things. I don't know if you know anything about her drama. I saw another video because she's been circulating the rounds with trendings and whatnot because of this. So I saw a whole nother video about her and her husband, ex-husband maybe, about how they all started doing their things and whatnot. And she's been a bad person from the start. It sounds like they both sound like they're garbage, to be fair, but they both did a lot of screwing each other over with the channel because it was a collaborative thing where he's like, I'm going to do all these things and you're going to be the hot lady in front of the camera, and that's how we're going to run things. And there's a lot of locking each other out of accounts, and because they were making money. And
that sucks.
I mean, not really. They seem like they get what they're coming to them, but
that's true. But
so I'll be honest, guys. I have no idea who this person is, but my one question is, does she look like the boss from Metal Gear Solid?
Which one? Sniper Wolf? Oh.
Sniper Wolf!
No.
Okay.
Just picture an e-girl, and there you go. I think it's...
She makes the same face.
Shucks.
And she uses the same photo for every thumbnail of her with her mouth, like, open. Like surprised. But,
the O face.
Yeah, moral of the story is, I'm on her side because she tried to settle things in person like an adult. I'm kidding. But that's what she said.
Yeah, that's not how settling things in person goes. Like,
she said she wanted to be the adult and settle things in person by talking to him in person at his private residence.
And absolutely doxing him.
Yeah, it's an ego thing when you reach that level of fame, I guess you could call it. I mean, it's quotation mark fame for her, I guess, but
yeah,
it's so weird what it does to people. Like, I was watching like old videos of Kanye talk, and it's just jarring how different it is between the two people, from this nice little timid boy to what we have as Kanye now. And so I do call it the Kanye effect with people, where they just go
visionary.
nuts, essentially. Yeah, where he thinks he's a genius, and it's a whole thing.
You guys have seen that interview, right? I'm off the meds. This is the real Kanye.
Yeah, and now he comes back and looks different.
Yeah, and there's a whole conspiracy of, oh no, this is a copy. This is a plant. They took out old Kanye, and now they put in a new plant, which is just insane. People change. Your face change. People get old.
I don't know.
What?
I'm gonna be honest. That guy does not look like Kanye.
Yeah, but okay. So like, go look at you got a dad, right? I assume. Go look at old pictures of your dad, and then go look what he looks like now. Does it look like the same exact person?
Yeah, but like, I mean, it wasn't that long.
Okay, how old is Kanye? Like, your face is gonna balloon up a bit.
But like in between when he disappeared and came back, it's not like it wasn't even a year.
Yeah, I suppose, but I don't know. I don't fall into conspiracy camp very often.
I don't really follow it at all, so I have nothing to say. But all I know is that it doesn't look like him.
And maybe had some work done. You could have some botched plastic surgery though too, especially when you're a billionaire. So you disappear for a while, have some surgery done,
and especially if you're Kanye, modern Kanye.
And I'm not sure if he's still on the meds or off the meds, but just coming from a healthcare professional background, they definitely can change your face after taking some things for several years.
Yes, that is true as well. It can, you can balloon up a bit.
Good point.
The way
it gonna get you. Yeah.
Good point.
Very fair, yeah.
Off or on. See, this
the
is
only
why
conspiracy
we have Swan.
theory I really subscribe to, though, is that they made Frozen. So when you Google Disney Frozen, you don't get results about his frozen head anymore. That's the biggest conspiracy theory I subscribe to.
Yeah, I heard about that.
Wow.
And
of course, the reptilian people.
They named the horse in Elden Ring Torrent. So when you type in Elden Ring Torrent, emulators don't come up, but you can just
that actually sounds pretty legit, though.
You can also just type in
some
Elden
big
Ring
brain
emulator. But yeah, Sniper Wolf was like, I don't even know how to dock somebody.
Oh my fucking god! Just shut up. Like that makes like
whether you know how to do it or not, you done did it.
You can't.
It's like,
you can't not.
I didn't even know how to stab somebody, and it just kind of happened. He fell into the knife. Like it's
yeah.
Whoops.
I don't know how that toy car got up my butt. But
We
it just kind of happened.
I mean, I'm glad, but we can move on.
People are insane is all I want to end that on. Just the delusion, the delulu, as the kids are calling it, right? That's what the kids say. Delulu.
I just
Pretty
hope
sure.
everything.
Can I talk about the recent kid thing real quick?
Recent.
Have you guys seen
Skibidi?
Yeah, this not Skibidi toilet specifically, but the song. It's sticking out your gat for the Rizzler.
Yes.
She's so Skibidi.
What?
She's so Phantom Tax.
She's so
Sticking out your gat
Skibidi.
for the Rizzler. She's so Skibidi. She's so Phantom Tax. And if there's any people listening right now who don't know what that means, don't worry, I got you right now because I had to. When I hear something like that, I have to go and know what it means.
You know the Phantom Tax?
Yeah, I figured out what it is. So, but first, let's start off with the gat because I just want to educate people here. So the gat is when you got
what is
a
gat?
big booty, right? But so when you're saying because it's goddamn, but it's gat because you can't because it's so incredible that you can't even finish. You lose all mental capacities to finish your thought, and it comes out as
I see.
I see. And then of course Rizzler is the easy one. It's it's charisma. That's where Riz comes from, and then it just evolved into Rizzler because charisma. Rizzler. All right. Got it over there. Mm-hmm. I don't know that much about Skibidi Toilet. Skibidi Toilet evolved into this massive thing lately. Like there's a whole Skibidi Toilet universe apparently with like camera head men fighting the toilet men.
There was there was this guy on TikTok where he would bounce his tummy to a song, and then a sped up version of that song got popular, and then the Skibidi Toilet like Gmod animations.
Okay, so you
Source
got more
animations
on that. You got that perfect.
Got popular with the, and then that really made the song popular.
Yeah, and now there's a whole extended universe of Skibidi Toilet, which Gen Alpha is nuts. I'm so scared of those kids. Like I'm right on the cusp of Gen Z and Millennial, so like I feel like I can connect to both things there. Gen Alpha is just so out of my realm. But anyways, then Phantom Tax. Apparently there's some streamer and he goes by Phantom, right? And the Phantom Tax is apparently he goes around and like eats people's food and he's like Phantom Tax. He sounds like an ass.
Oh no.
He sounds like an asshat. So that's all I know about him.
It's like the dad tax, but uncool.
Yeah, and like, being a dick. Like there's stories of like Bill Murray going around doing that and being like, nobody will ever believe you, which I think is hilarious. That's a different level of fame right there.
There's a joke behind it too.
Yeah, because like, I mean, who is going to believe you? Like Bill Murray came up and just ate one of my fries.
Although it is also not that cool.
I don't know. I would give Bill Murray.
I guess if it's
it.
Bill Murray, then that's a different story.
Well, you have to understand too. My birthday is February 2nd, right? So I was born on Groundhog's Day. My lifelong dream is to watch Groundhog's Day on my birthday with Bill Murray. That would be, even if I get the cardboard cutout, I think that would suffice.
You better hit him up.
I'm gonna get to that level of I'm gonna grow until I get to that point, and then
hit him in the DMs.
He'll probably be dead by then. But but yeah, that's the song right there, and it's been stuck in my head for days. So
me too.
And people are very confused by it, and I'm also confused by it. So
I popped in, or not even popped in, but I was scrolling, and your stream came up on TikTok, and you said that. Like, I came at just the right time when you sang that, and I was like, God damn it, I just forgot about that.
It's like the game. It's like the new game.
Yeah. Oh.
Yeah!
You're not allowed back on.
Damn it!
I'm just kidding.
Because now everybody just lost. But even that, I don't think people remember that anymore. But yeah,
Not
that's
so
the whole
much.
thing. I remember, so like, at least like with the song, like you guys remember, what is it? Number one victory royale, yeah, Fortnite, we about to get down.
Yeah.
At least that
or
song is like
The same
good.
one as Tomato Town?
Yeah, we just
Chug
cleaned
Jug-
up
or no,
Tomato
Yes.
Town.
I actually know
I think I saw
something.
that.
Yeah.
I think
Yeah,
I
like
saw the
that one's
same
at least
video.
catchy and a bop. Like the Rizzler song is just nothing. It is none of the above, and it's still just been circulating my brain.
You're so skibidi.
Like, you know, this is gonna age me or date me or whatever, but like when I was a kid, the songs were like, for like weird meme songs for kids were like, don't you put it in your mouth, don't you put it in your mouth. Do you know, is this a Canadian thing?
How
Does
old
anyone
are
know
you?
what I'm talking
by the way?
about?
I just want to, so we can.
Yeah, somewhere along the cusp of a millennial and a Gen Z, I guess.
We're
I'm
all the
29
same
years
age.
old, so I just want to make it just helps to relate. But that does sound very
yeah,
Canadian.
yeah, we're around
That
there.
does sound Canadian.
Well,
give or take.
all right.
Yeah, what about Domo Arigato?
Domo,
Or like
I just
Mr.
love Sticks.
Roboto?
Sticks is just the jams.
Numa Numa.
Yeah, Sticks is great.
Numa, I guess, would be
Numa.
more of the
Ah.
early era of.
Ting tang.
What about Crazy Frog, the ringtone?
Oh my god.
Do you know the origin of that song? I know the origin of that song.
Popcorn.
So it was some-
Axel F is from a movie, right?
Beverly Hills Cop.
No, that part is the
Right?
Beverly Hills Cop, yes, but the ding 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 ding. Why the guy was doing that?
Oh,
It's some
bow,
like
yeah,
Euro-
what's that?
it's like some European dude, and he just thought it would be funny if he was like imitating what his like moped sounds like or his scooter,
Oh.
and that's all he was doing.
I remember.
And
I remember when the
Oh.
original music video had his little ding dong hanging out.
yeah, buddy.
Of course, I'd
yeah,
remember
yeah.
that one.
Dragon Ball was also really weird about showing ding dong. Like,
Oh yeah, little baby Goku wieners.
There's a little Goku peen. Yep.
speaking of Dragon Ball, real quick, have you guys seen Dragon Ball Babies that's coming out?
Oh my gosh,
Yeah. Why did they make
I
it?
don't know,
animated
apparently-
so well.
So
I'm
Akira
so
Toriyama
upset.
has not been involved with Dragon Ball for a while. Like he's like a producer. He's kind of there. He like approves and disapproves things, right? But he's not really
I think he
doing
yeah
much.
he does some
he
ideas.
is
Somebody
super
else.
passionate about Dragon Ball. Is it Daima?
I think
He
it's
is
Daima.
like
Daima or
running this
Daima.
thing. He is like super into it.
This is the baby Looney Tunes of Dragon Ball.
Hey there, everybody! It's a looneyful day.
I think I'm going to call it DBB.
DBB,
Dragon Ball
Babies.
Dragon Ball Baby. Yeah.
I just
Maybe
wonder if
it'll
it's gonna be like
be
another GT experience because I don't know if you guys know how much people like GT.
Oh, it's a fan.
I like GT. Now it's not
was fun.
perfect.
Omega
is-
Shenron
it also-
is one of the coolest villains ever. I will give him that. That dude is so sick, and that fight is so much fun. But other than that, it's a lot.
I think there was a dude named Baby.
Yeah.
Yeah, Baby Vegeta.
Is that related? Huh?
Baby,
Baby Vegeta.
Baby and Baby Vegeta because
we
he
go.
takes him over.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
Super Saiyan 4 is the coolest Super Saiyan transformation, hands down. It's
Not
so
canon.
I don't
Not
know.
canon.
No.
What do you mean no?
He's so
He's
furry.
so
Like
racist.
why does he? Where'd all
Super
the hair
Saiyan
come
4
from? It's good.
Gogeta though
Because
is
it's
super
a
dope.
great
I like
name.
Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta.
That's like
even
red
better.
hair, is it?
Yeah.
Right? Like what? the-
Yeah, Gogeta has like
Oh, yeah.
orangey red.
Oh yeah. Okay.
And he's a baller.
And And then they kind of get the same eyebrows, right? Like Super Saiyan 3, kind of, sort of. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, a little bit. Yeah.
They got those thick ass eyebrows. Yeah,
Super Saiyan 3 actually.
It's a little bit of a stretch
Super
for
Saiyan
me.
3 doesn't have eyebrows.
Oh yeah, he does not.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
That's true.
What I think is funny though, if you take any Dragon Ball Z character's face and just change the hair, it's the other characters. Like they're all the same face, except for like Krillin.
This might be like a deep cut, but I've seen like a video where somebody had like 2 Starbucks cups or something, and they drew the face on one, and then the heads and the hairs on the other one, and they swapped them out, and they all looked correct, like to the other character. Oh, all right. I'm talking to a brick wall.
No, it's the same thing. It's the same thing I was just talking about. Yeah, he does the same face and just draws different hair.
But it's a video. It's a specific video that does it. So if Super Saiyan 4 is not your favorite Super Saiyan, what is it? 3?
No. Okay, no, it's not 3. But I do like the occasional going further beyond.
I'm a huge fan of Super Saiyan 2 Gohan. I just want to put that out there when he fights Cell.
Oh yeah. Oh, of course.
Pretty damn cool, dude.
That is peak.
I also do like my Ultra Instinct Goku. I think it's just neat. It's not very cool design wise, but I think it's fun. I really like Dragon Ball Super. I was really into that.
I really like I feel like Super Saiyan Blue could have been way cooler.
Yeah.
But like they lose like every single fight.
Yeah, kind of, yeah. Yeah.
They're
fighting
like,
gods.
Oh, now you have the power of a...
They're fighting
I
gods,
guess,
though. It's the issue there. And I don't know if you've watched the Power of Tournament, or Tournament of Power.
Oh, yeah.
It's so good, because they are fighting other... the blah, blah, blah. I have the Blu-ray of just the Tournament of Power, so... It's a fun time. Anyways, should we talk about some Zelda? I want to talk about some Zelda quick here.
Yeah, so Anthony streams a shit ton, and... Ethan has also been streaming a lot of Tears of the Kingdom. He actually just beat it.
Yes, sir.
So we got a couple Zelda experts here.
I want to talk about Majora's Mask for a second. Okay.
Sure.
Can I get your guys' opinion on Majora's Mask here before we start? I would like to know what you guys think of Majora's Mask. Where it sits on your like ranking-ish of games. Like where do you put it at?
Of Zelda games?
Yeah, like your 3D Zeldas at least.
Number 2.
Number 2, you say, huh? Ooh.
Yeah.
I'd probably say number 3. Ooh. Like it's really good, but do I ever want to like replay through all the monotony? I don't know, but I love the world, I love the story. Like it is really cool.
So my thing with it is, it's number 5 on my 3D. It just beats out Tears of the Kingdom, okay? Because I think Breath of the Wild, Tears of the Kingdom are at the bottom just because they are fantastic. They are fantastic games. Do not get me wrong. They are wonderfully made games. I just don't think they're the best Zelda games just because the temples are so lacking. Like Tears of the Kingdom was better because Tears of the Kingdom was better because at least you had to ride wind to get to the wind place. There was fire in the fire temple. There was water in the water temple. I know there was these aspects in the other ones, but they were all the same because you were just in the beasts or whatever. So if we're continuing down that way, I want just more diversity in my temples. Is that too much to ask for? But anyways, so I put Majora's Mask right above those, below the other ones, and people get really mad at me for that.
Where does Ocarina of Time sit?
3.
4? Okay,
yeah,
3.
Majora's Mask for me though, because it was so crunched. Okay, it was so incredibly crunched with the time frame there. The temples are just not polished enough for me. Yeah, they are just monotonous and they're asinine most of the time, and just I don't know. It just.
Yeah,
it's really hard to replay through, and I don't think people replay through it very often, and they're still ranking it super high. Because, like you said, you don't want to play it anymore, right, Ethan?
Yeah, it's such a pain in the ass, and then the 3-day cycle. Like in theory, you're like, "Oh, this is super cool," and then you're actually doing it, and you're like, "Oh, I gotta go back in time again, do all this shit all over again."
Especially when you screw something up too, like to get the couples mask. If you mess up one step in that,
you have to restart.
The 3DS version is superior though. Same with Ocarina of Time. The 3DS version, because you can skip to any time during the day, makes it so much more tolerable. Playing that original is just, it's too much. It is too much, but I love the side quests, though. I love all the side quests, and I love the atmosphere. I love the music. It just comes down to the temples, though. The boss fights are not very much fun, and you have to do them multiple times to get certain things.
Yeah.
Like, I have fought the ice boss, whatever, the goat, right? Gautier.
Oh,
somebody that you used to know.
The goat.
He's the goat.
I've fought him so many times in the past like month because there's so many things where I gotta go melt the damn ice again because I need to do something up here, and it's just not fun. It's just rolling around at the speed of sound.
Yeah,
got places to go.
Exactly.
That's why I have it set at number 2. Ocarina of Time's number 1.
Oh man, that's just so basic. I feel like no, Ocarina of Time is fantastic.
No, I get it. No, that's the whole argument is a lot of people say that they like Majora's Mask better, and for a little bit, I was in that camp too because it's so spooky and surreal and like different. The 3-day cycle, they really do pack a lot into it. There's a lot.
And I mean, when you slow down time to the 3 days is nothing. When you know that you can slow down time by
they really
half.
build the world.
That's pretty handy.
Yeah.
But it's not perfect to play
at all because they did it in less than a year. They made that game in less than a year. I don't think people understand that either. Like all of the construction workers.
I love how creepy it is.
But the people in the mayor's office and the construction workers, you know how they're all complaining about how they don't have enough time to finish this job, and they're all just like complaining about their jobs. It's literally
that's like referencing the development.
You can go watch like a Did You Know Gaming video, where they have all these staff articles from Japan where they translated them, and that's literally what it is. It is literally what it is. Yeah, like it's
wow.
Because they had less than a year. I think it was 9 months to a year to make that game, which shows with the temples too, because they are. The only reason the temples are a pain in the butt is because of the fairies that you need to get. Other than that, they're not very complicated.
Well, swimming through the water one also is not the best. But
once you get the swimming down, though, it's not too bad. But like I did it the other day because I played through it on Twitch a couple months ago, and then I did it on TikTok as well. And once having that short period of time there, I zap through them all.
The ice temple, that's right, because shit's on like different floors, and you have to like do certain things to go back.
Punch out the ice circles to get everything to move down, so you can get across to other things, and like it's
if you have to backtrack,
every time you mess up, you have to listen to the Goron.
I love the Gorons though. What's your favorite race in Zelda?
Honestly, it is the Gorons.
The Gorons? That's fair. I'm a Zora guy, and
I haven't thought about that.
And it's not because I think they're attractive or anything. Like I just want to get that out of the way too. People are really weird with the Zoras online. And it's like I don't think they understand.
I don't know.
Because a lot of people want to bang Princess Ruto, right? There's a lot of art online of that. I don't know if you've seen that. But,
well, I guess Vaporeon.
Rule 34.
I don't think what people understand because they're fish people, right? She is going to go lay her eggs and you're going to go fertilize them. That's how you're going to reproduce with the Zora. Like there's no fun time.
Reduce your expectations to 0.
That's just how fish work. I'm sorry, people, if that's your thing. If you're listening to this right now and you're like, God, you just ruined it for me. I hope I did. It's a fish woman. It's not
what if it's the other way around, though? I'll let myself get fertilized.
Yikes.
Anyways, Eddie, what's your favorite race? What do you think?
When I was a kid, I liked the Kokiris because they're forever young.
And they're cool. I think they're really cool in later games, too. I love them in Wind Waker so much.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
So another thing in Wind Waker I'd like to talk about, too. So you know how in Wind Waker it says that the Ritos evolved from the Zoras?
Oh, yeah.
I don't subscribe to that theory.
I made a video.
I don't subscribe to that at all.
Especially because later games,
well, like the waters were like so dangerous.
They might have a common ancestor, but
no, I think
it's
maybe
not a straight line.
They did branch out with a common ancestor, maybe, I guess, but I don't believe that the Zoras are actually dead. There's no way in that game that they're just not there. I don't believe that. I would more inclined to believe they found a way to just hide underwater. Because if you look at their base in Majora's Mask, you have to like go underwater to get in there and whatnot. Yeah. I'm pretty sure they're thriving underwater, and they just don't. They've become nationalist, I guess you could say, and just like, nah, we're not gonna mess with anybody up there. We're just gonna do our own thing down here. We're gonna be fine. We're gonna play music.
Built a fish wall.
We're gonna hang out. We're gonna jam. But yeah, Wind Waker is my favorite Zelda game, hands down. It's just, I know it's a lot for a lot of people, and the Triforce Gathering part sucks. And Tingle
I was gonna say,
scams you out of your money. What does he need the money for to decipher the charts? It's because he's a greedy asshat, right? He's not using any resources or anything, and it takes him 2 seconds to do it. So it's not like it's time. Like you don't have to give them to him and then come back like 24 hours later or something, like go change the day. That would make more sense to be a pain in the butt. But that would make more sense where he's spending all the time. But no, it's just 2 seconds and he poofs some dust out of his cock on there and then he's good to go.
Yeah, Wind Waker's probably 3. I'd probably say
it's the Irish music for me though too. Like it's just so nice to sail around, and then when you get the HD version, you got your Wii U pad that's your map on there, so you don't have to keep opening that up over and over again.
And
yeah,
the
that was
sailing's
very
better,
handy.
and they kind of fixed the Triforce Gathering, but it's still a pain.
It's less pieces, right? Or is it less money? I can't remember.
I don't remember either. I just know that it's better, and you can get a better sail
it's 398 rupees per piece of deciphering. I'm pretty sure.
Oh, I don't even remember that.
Because I just did it. It's so much money. It is so much money. And the last playthrough, I knew it was coming, so I had just saved my money the whole game. But even by the time I got to that point in the game,
stinks.
I still couldn't even pay for it.
I never beat Twilight Princess or Skyward
You never beat
Sword.
Twilight Princess?
No.
What?
Oh, man.
Hey,
I got
hell?
close to beating both of them, but I think something else just distracted me, so I never beat them.
Oh, they're so good, though. Okay,
I played Twilight Princess on the
rant here
GameCube.
quick, though. They ruined Zant in that fight. Did you actually get to fight Zant or no?
Where he gets all flamboyant
and
or what?
stupid, and he's just repeating through other
No,
temples and whatnot.
I've seen it.
Yeah.
I've seen him like that, but
It is the most, the hardest I've ever seen a character fall from, because when he enters every single time in that game, there's that screeching sound that comes with him, and he's just this stoic terror.
I think
And
the
then you
last
fight
thing
him,
I
and he's just a
did
goober.
was a temple on top of a snowy mountain.
Oh, that stopped a lot of people there too. I understand that. That's.
Oh, that boss fight, leading up to that, gave me nightmares.
Oh, it's so cool
That's
though.
nightmare fuel.
It's so cool. And that temple's hard too because there's no hearts in that temple
I
at all.
still have
because
it. I can always
she's
just pop it
siphoning
in
them.
where I'm at.
Yeah, that's what we're playing at night lately here. We're doing more Twilight Princess, the HD version this time, because I think that's what made me feel like I made it as a streamer. Someone just sent me their Wii U with a bunch of games, because they liked watching my content.
Whoa,
yeah, isn't that dope?
dude. That's cool.
Right?
Go
yeah,
you.
that was that was the highlight of my life right now.
Oh, they care. They like me.
I was worried though, because I don't know if you guys know this, to where if you leave a Wii U in storage for too long, there's some sort of chip or something in them that fries out, and it's part of the processor.
Oh no!
Yeah, that happened to mine.
I was lucky though, so it was doing this thing, but I was able to get it back on and go in to update it quick, and it updated it, and now it's been fine. So I don't know what's going on with that, because that shouldn't make sense, but it works now. So
it's been like a year and a half since I plugged my Wii U in.
So you might want to do that and just double check on it, because it is about, it's a few years where it just kind of on you.
Okay.
Especially if you want to play like Twilight Princess HD or anything on there, because it's so worth it. So worth it. Fantastic.
Yeah. So your top 5 then? Skyward Sword.
Wait. Hold on. Before you even get into the top 5, there's 2 camps of people in here, and this is what I'm trying to figure out about Anthony. Is that either Ocarina of Time is your number 1, or Link to the Past is your number 1? Would I be? Am I close?
No, so I've
only
rated the 3D Zelda games, all right?
What is this?
The
Okay.
2D ones are not in my ranking. I feel like those are a separate category.
All right.
But my number 1 is Wind Waker. It is hands down it's the atmosphere of it all. It's just so charming. I love the cartooniness. I'm very much into cartoons and drawing cartoons, and I went to school for art and painting and whatnot, and it's just
it's so
beautiful
funny.
world to explore.
We talked about this in the last one. When Wind Waker came out, everybody hated it because of that art style. And now everybody's like, oh, dude, I love it.
Well, because you have to think, too, Majora's Mask was the last game before that.
Yeah.
Besides, the Game Boy ones maybe in there.
The tech demos that they showed
teased
off.
everybody with the Space World demo.
That was never supposed to be a game, though, and I don't think people understood that either. Or understand that now still.
Yeah, I definitely didn't.
They're like, what is this baby?
So that was just like the...
Still want to see it.
The Mario... Because there's the misconception that Mario demo they did with all the Marios on screen.
Oh,
there's
128.
There's a misconception that's what led to the creation of Pikmin. It's like, no, they were already plotting ideas for Pikmin and whatnot. That's a common misconception.
I did hear about that. I was actually going to say that, but I guess I'm wrong.
Supposedly, anyways, there's all sorts of things online, but I think this came from one of those Did You Know gaming facts where they translated the pages from old magazines.
Did you know?
Did you know?
Did you know?
Did you know?
I love Did You Know gaming. I can't. It's a guilty pleasure, even though it's just a cash grab of a channel. Anyways, number 2
fun.
Zelda
Yep.
Number 2, Zelda, Twilight Princess, just because it wasn't that high until I replayed it in August here.
Mm-hmm.
It's just so good. I can't even explain how well it does everything, because it was supposed to be, when they made that game, they're like, okay, people hated Wind Waker. People love Ocarina of Time. We need to figure out how to create that magic again, and that's really what they were going out to do. And you can really see that when you're playing Twilight Princess. It is the same thing, basically.
That's why I can't like rate it higher. I don't know. I agree. It's polished and it's good, but I'm like, this is just Ocarina of Time.
What did you play it on first, though? That's a big thing here too.
Played it on the Wii,
That's
baby.
your issue
Got
right
it on
there.
release
No,
day.
GameCube version on release date. That's the way you should have done it. The Wii version,
shit.
the Wii version, I don't think was. I don't have any sources for this specifically. I don't think the Wii because that game was in development for so long. I don't think the Wii version was planned originally, and it feels like it was more thrown together towards the end of the life cycle of development, because they just flipped everything so you'd be right-handed.
Right.
Yeah, when I was playing the GameCube version, I had a guide for the Wii version, and at first I was so confused.
Because everything's backwards.
I was like, that's not to the right, that's over here. And I had no idea why for the longest time.
Yeah, it makes sense. But yeah, the Wii version, I own the Wii version too, and it's trying to play it after playing other versions is like, this is just,
Dang.
It looks bad for some reason. I don't even understand why it looks so different.
It is also a little stinky having to do the wolf segments are cool and all, but like having to hunt down the bugs kind of halts progress a little bit.
I think it's fine because they're on the map. If they were not on the map,
it's been a long time since I've played it.
Yeah, there's little dots you can see on your map when you're playing it. Without that though, it would be the most asinine thing ever. It's
full disclosure, I bought the game on release day. I was like 12 at the time. No guides, no Game Informer, nothing online, and I could not figure out that freaking catfish thing.
Oh yeah,
I spent hours on that.
You just had to get a fish.
That just might be.
I had the guide.
God damn it.
Yeah, I didn't have no guide either. My buddy, he got the game for Christmas that year, and so we were he would play it for a bit and then let me play it for a bit, and we would just kind of trade it off. But he had the GameCube version, so he told me what to do there because he said he was stuck there for a while, so I had no issues with the fish thing.
He got the friend.
Yeah.
He got the fish
friend.
Well, me and my buddy as a kid, we were the kids that we had. He had the basement room, so he had basically had full room of the basement as a kid. So what we do all the time is have 2 TVs set up down there, and we'd be playing simultaneous games, or even sometimes the same game at once.
That's the best.
Sick.
Anyways, number 3 Zelda on my list. I should have gone the other way, but whatever.
Watch Mojo? Yeah.
On Watch Mojo. But whatever. We're here. This will make it easier, I think, on people. Ocarina of Time, obviously number 3 at that point, because it's got to be. It's just the OG. It's the GOAT. The GOAT. It's the only reason it's ranked that low is because it's older, I guess, and the controls are not as polished.
It's crazy that they started with all of these mechanics that are like still relevant today, but they can be a little annoying. It's not quite.
I talked to Eddie about this, but Ethan, do you know why they have where they came up with the Z targeting system for that game?
Oh, I'm sure I've heard it on a. Did you know? But please remind me.
But they went to one of those samurai shows in Japan. They went to the whatever district it is where they have all the old timey stuff, and they were watching a theater play, and they noticed that one guy would one of the enemies in the background would jump out and fight the hero at a time, and so they would just kind of swap in and out doing that, and that's kind of where they got the idea of how the enemies will work and the Z targeting system in general. There, it's a neat little fun fact. Okay. Yeah. Did you know?
Yeah. Now I do.
But yeah, Ocarina of Time, just all the temples are perfectly fine. The water temple I know is difficult for people, but especially when you don't have a guide, that is the biggest. It has stopped so many people there. One of my more popular videos on TikTok is I bought a used copy of Zelda 3DS or Ocarina of Time 3DS,
and it stopped there.
Yeah, so I opened up the file. This kid, I opened up his file to see where he was at. Right as he was right at the water temple, and then so I looked at the save times, and then so it was 5 minutes after he saved that file, there was a new file that was just started. So I'm assuming he tried to start a new game and was like, I'm not doing all this again just to get there, and then went and sold his copy to the game store.
Oh no,
that's crazy.
But yeah, water temple aside, all the temples in that are just perfect. The bosses are intuitive, and they work really well with the items that you receive. They're not that difficult, but they're not easy either.
Amazing soundtrack.
Oh, amazing
The
soundtrack.
music is banging.
Forest Temple.
Do you know why
so
they had
spooky.
to recall some of those games, though? Do you guys know about that?
Yeah,
Fire Temple,
Fire
right?
Temple, the Islamic chanting in the background of it, which was a no-go, apparently, because America is super weird about religious iconography and things.
Yeah.
Like, incredibly weird about it. Like, I don't know if you guys know about Yu-Gi-Oh!, but Yu-Gi-Oh! Had a tough time of getting over here because a lot of religious symbols, and they all had to get changed.
You're going to the shadow
On a
realm.
quick tangent on that, though, what does suck is there's a really cool Dark Magician girl card that goes with her set of cards. But she could never come to the West because the original creator, and I'm so, like, the artist who made that card, I totally get it. He doesn't want any of his work to be censored. And she's got a big old pentagram on her neck. And so that card will never come to the West because of that. And it's I understand the artistic, what's the word I want here? Integrity.
Yeah.
I get it. But, like, we're getting screwed over here.
We need.
There's gonna be no religion in my trading card game.
Was that Chris Chan right there? Does that
Chris.
Something like that.
It's either
I couldn't tell which one.
Chris Chan
Oh, gotcha.
or Super Mega doing Chris Chan.
Now, what are we at? So we got after Ocarina of Time.
It's number 2.
What? Number 4. We're going backwards here.
Yeah,
we're going backwards.
That one. Yeah.
Number 4, I do like Skyward Sword over Majora's Mask. I will die on that hill.
Really?
Yeah, I will. I think Skyward Sword is so much fun. I have a blast playing that game every single time I played it. Even on the Wii, I've played it. I think I played it 3 times on the Wii when it came out originally, and then I played it now twice on the Switch.
8th time returning to the same area.
Oh, it's so much fun. I love it. Well, because it's different. You go to the different area, that you find new stuff, and then you go find a little thing you didn't have because you didn't have an item. That's what I love about old Zelda games, is that you get an item from a temple, and then you're like, oh, now that I have this item, I can go explore these areas where I've seen this thing that I didn't know what to do with because I didn't have this specific item. I love that kind of mechanics in games. And that's one of my big issues with the newer Zelda, is that you just don't get any of that.
Well, because you have everything when you start.
Yeah.
So it's more so just figuring out the correct way to use it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but like you can get anywhere at any time. It's just it's more of the you don't want to go to certain areas in Breath of the Wild because you're going to get murked right away. Like that's really what's holding you back from exploring certain places.
Yeah, I don't like open world games that much.
It depends on the game. It depends on what's going on. I really do, and I don't. I think too many things are doing too many open world games, and it's lessening the quality of the game because they're focused on the graphics and the world,
Elden
and they're
Ring
not
was
really
good.
concerned with the mechanics.
Assassin's Creed.
Dude, I can't believe an Assassin's Creed game just dropped. Did anybody see anything about that?
I heard.
I like the commercials. That's all.
I don't play Assassin's Creed, but I've seen even people who play Assassin's Creed are like, why did what? This came out? Like there was no advertising, no fanfare, no nothing. It was just here's a new Assassin's Creed game. After it came out, right?
Yeah, somebody had like their cat.
Is it
their
good?
Cat had the logo in his fur, and then they put the cat in the new game.
Oh,
damn,
that's neat.
That's all
I don't
I've
play
seen.
Assassin's Creed though. I played the first one when
Yeah,
it
the new
came
one's
out.
out.
And my issue with Assassin's Creed was once you got the counterattack button, the game was nothing.
My issue with Assassin's Creed is that it's
Parry.
boring.
Yeah,
Barry. Barry.
One more time there.
Yeah.
It's boring.
What is Assassin's Creed?
Yeah.
Yeah, me too. I just can't.
It's a really cool concept. I wanted to like them, but I can't.
think my biggest issue with it too is also the stupid ass time travel aspect. It's not time travel, but
Who cares about like present day?
Well, I don't even like. I don't care about present day. I just want to be the characters in the past. I don't know why I'm doing this weird synchronicity bullshit where you have to. It just seems like a forced way to make sure you're doing what you're supposed to be doing.
Seems like Ethan really likes Assassin's Creed. Do you want to defend yourself here?
Which is fine if you do. I don't hate on anybody for liking anything.
I don't really give a shit, to be honest. But I will say at the end of, the end of number 2 or 3 or whatever, when they started talking about like aliens and stuff, I think that's when they lost me.
I don't think I even made it that far.
Aliens?
Yeah, it's like, here is the apple of Eden, and I am the alien from whatever's past, and now you need to save the future, Kanye. And you're like, huh? What?
Is it Assassin's Creed 2 where you actually play outside of the... Because in number 1, I don't think you actually get to play in the future world, do you?
Or is it the second?
I think you start and end in the future world.
I think you walk to your thing to get into it, but I don't think there's any actual levels.
Yeah. The second one that features Ezio.
But yeah.
Yeah, Ezio Auditore. Mamma mia.
Because you're an ancestor and you can reach it. Blah, blah, blah.
Yeah, okay.
If I'm going to play a game like that, I'd much rather play Far Cry. Because they're the same thing. One's just guns and one's knives. That's really...
Hardcore.
Yeah, seriously.
They're the same.
Third person versus first person.
Oh, yeah.
And also Far Cry multiplayer, you can play with... Like, Far Cry 5 was so much fun to me because it was in America. And I'm like, this is just Redneck Simulator. And I love it. Love this.
The villains in Far Cry.
Oh, God bless America.
Yeah, the villains are really good too, always, in those games. Like, the sixth one with, what's the dude from Breaking Bad? Gustavo Fring.
Yeah, I forget his name. Like
his name is very, I don't want to sound like insensitive here, his name is very Spanishy, and I always forget how to pronounce it.
Is it the guy in the meme where he's like, you are this, and I am this. We are not the same person.
Probably.
I think so, yeah.
He's the guy that runs Los Pollos Amaros. It's the chicken place.
Yeah.
Yeah, what were we talking about?
Zelda?
Oh, yeah. So we did number 4, Skyward Sword, right? Then it's got your Majora's Mask, which we talked about earlier, which I don't think we need to go more into that. Actually, I am curious, what is your favorite place in Majora's Mask, though? I am curious, like, what area do you find the most fun?
Honestly, probably the swamp. The music's...
Me too.
The music's kind of...
And I think the swamp is better than the other places because it was the first one, and I think Zelda games struggle with this a lot too, where the beginnings of the game are better, and then as slowly as the crunch gets towards the end, it starts to feel more rushed.
Yeah.
Twilight Princess really feels like that way.
Sometimes it's hard to expect...
Were really rushed.
Like, if there's such a good level of design, it's hard to expect that to be consistent throughout a whole game, especially a game that was made in 9 months. Yeah,
exactly. Like,
he had a nightmare, and they put it in the game with the Deku.
Well, even like, and the thing is too, so you can't have too much time. Because Twilight Princess had too much time, and that was the big issue there. So by the time they got to the end of that game, they were like, you need to get this out the door now. And I think that's why the Zant fight is so lacking. Because you needed to get it out. They needed to get it done because you can't spend 2 full system life cycles on something.
I feel like the entirety of like the Ikena Canyon and the Stone Tower, it still feels like a fever dream to me. Like every time I like watch footage or something, I'm like, did that happen? Like, I don't even remember that. Oh my god, what is this? Who's the skeleton people? Like I don't remember any of that. Yeah,
Ben Drowned is so good too. I'm so mad. Like that's the best creepypasta ever, like from that era of creepypastas, especially too. Like I don't even know if there's still creepypastas to this day, but you go read some of the other ones, you're like, this is garbage. But Ben Drowned was so well thought out, and he actually had to stop doing it because he was sinking too much money into it, and he just couldn't keep doing it.
Oh, what?
Yeah, because he was actually making the gameplay videos for it and whatnot, and modding it, and putting all this time into Ben Drowned, and it was such good storytelling that you really can't get with another medium. It's fantastic.
And cease and desist.
Because like you can go read Jeff the Killer, and it's garbage. It is one of the worst written things ever.
Yeah, I will say though that image when I was in high school made me
Jeff the Killer
made me scared of the dark for a little bit.
Yeah, it's frightening. It is horrifying. They still don't know the origin of that image too, which is super cool to me. That they still can't place the original photo of that.
I think I saw somebody where they were like, "This one's like a 70% match, so it might be it."
But yeah, there's no definitive answer to.
Like last week, they found a new one that's like closer. It's some girl. But yeah, that's so spooky.
Did you happen to get a chance? I know this is really off topic right now. Did you happen to get a chance to watch that circumcision video I sent you? I know this is
all right. Before I answer this, Ethan, there's a reason behind what he just said.
Oh, sure. Tell me
Some
more.
person online is really convinced that Silent Hill 2 is about
not Silent Hill 2. It's Silent Hill Downpour. I was mistaken. It is Downpour though.
Silent Hill Downpour.
Silent Hill 4 is that Downpour?
No, that's The Room.
Okay, I'm pretty sure it's either The Room. It might be The Room. I'm pretty sure it's Silent Hill 4. I can't remember because I didn't go rewatch the video, so I only have my
I didn't have a chance to watch
memories.
it yet.
You got to check it out. But yeah, this dude, he was going on all the Wikipedia pages because he's convinced that the themes of the game is that circumcision is bad. So
it is 4.
There's this entire conflict where he's going onto the Wikipedia pages and changing all this stuff, and the fan base is just like screaming. Yeah, there's I can send you the video as well. It's from Justin Wang on YouTube if you want to go check this out for yourself. Justin Wang makes great content. Tales from the Internet is one of the best series ever on there.
Okay.
But yeah, this dude is completely delusional and convinced that this game is speaking to him about the dangers of circumcision, and I'm pretty sure he's projecting because he was circumcised and was not feeling it, and it's
poor guy.
Yeah, because it's mutilation and whatnot. But he's throwing his own things into this Wikipedia page and whatnot. It is such a fun experience to watch someone who's this mad, I guess. Which sounds
about
awful to say, but like
game.
It is
the one character on the thumbnail does look like a wiener.
It is true. There is because
who makes Silent Hill again? Is it Japanese?
Konami.
Okay. I think circumcision is not the norm in Japan. Am I incorrect on that?
I'm pretty sure the whole thing's just incorrect. So that adds to the extra fact that this dude is
the Silent Hill thing,
as the kids say. I said earlier.
Yeah, before we get on Silent Hill, because I love Silent Hill. Any last stuff about Zelda? Do you want to just go through the rest of your list real quick?
Might be. So yeah, I just want to talk about Tears of the Kingdom, Breath of the Wild. I think I did that a little bit earlier. How they don't really hit the Zelda mark for me, to where I feel like I'm really playing a Zelda game.
Yeah,
the breakable weapons kill me.
I only beat the first temple / guardian on each of those games, and then
I have gotten to the end. I've gotten to the end of both of them, but I have not actually beaten either one yet.
Ethan loves them.
Oh, you are in for a treat at the end of Tears of the Kingdom. It is.
Well, I'm going to replay it on stream, so I'm going to start the whole thing over. I have 60-something hours into it. I'm just going to do it over again after Twilight Princess because I'm going to run out of things to play.
Okay.
But right now, where I'm at, I'm supposed to go to the castle, and I can't figure out where to go in the castle. Something about depth maybe I have to find or something. I'm not entirely sure there. But my point being is that the temples are just not temple-y enough for me. You know what I mean?
They all look the same. The bosses are pretty much the same.
Well, especially in Breath of the Wild. The bosses in Tears of the Kingdom, I said, Tears of the Kingdom does hit the mark better.
That's what I meant.
But it's still not quite there. Not quite there. Also, what was that water temple boss? What was the water temple boss? What was that? Can you defend that guy?
In Tears of the Kingdom?
It's a slippery boy.
Oh, okay.
I thought for sure he was going to transform into something or do something else by the second half of that fight. Yeah, he changes up how he moves and whatnot, but I don't know.
Just a goopy kind of guy. Yeah.
And also the fact that you can just cheese your way through both of those games so incredibly easily, so easily to just not even play the game, right? Which is fun. I do like that about Tears of the Kingdom, how there's so many different ways to beat things with the building systems, but people are just taking it too far, and the puzzles don't seem to matter as much anymore.
I do like all of the goofy stuff you can do in Tears of the Kingdom.
Absolutely. It's a really fun time. That's what I'm not saying. I'm not diminishing these games at all for not being a fun time at all. They're just not very puzzly.
I think they definitely pushed open world to be as open as it can be, in that you can literally do anything that you can think of in the confines of the tools they give you.
Absolutely, which again makes it an incredibly fun experience. Incredibly fun. When it first came out, I did not stop. I can play my Switch at work, and that's all I was doing. Any downtime I had at work was
although the 3-hour tutorial for Tears of the Kingdom really killed me.
If it takes you that long, I guess.
Breath of the Wild was nice. It's called because getting you could good, just Eddie. Go. But
juice.
Yeah, I guess you're right.
I think you needed to watch more of my Zelda tips, dude. I don't know. You might have been too busy making your own Zelda tips.
I was, about characters that I've never even seen in the games.
But yeah, that's my...
oh,
wait, go on.
Yeah, I was just going to say, I get that, right? Because if you make it that open world that you can do it any which way, then it completely removes the necessity for having the item themed dungeons, right? That kind of takes that away.
And which I can understand because it does limit how you play the game, and they want you to have your imagination be more of the biggest tool, I feel like, and it's I get what they were going for. I completely get it, and it's completely crushing every Zelda release ever in terms of sales. So I don't think we will ever go back. But yeah, it's a tough one for me. It's just a tough one because I like it, but I don't, and it's
kind of like what I was saying with Pokemon Scarlet and Violet. Like those are so boring.
That's fair, but I have so much
world.
fun exploring in Pokemon Scarlet and Violet and Sword and Shield, to where I overlook a lot of things, and I am part of the issue with the Pokemon fan base because I am just buying the new releases no matter what it is. I'm not buying Detective Pikachu because it looks...
Take my money.
Yes, exactly. It's not even Nintendo, it's Game Freak who needs to step up their game there. They just need to... I think they need to give it another year of development, and they won't because people like me. And I know I'm part of the problem.
People really like Arceus. Or Arceus.
Oh, Arceus is fantastic. It's probably my favorite Pokemon game.
It's so good. Oh, hell yeah.
That's the only one where I've completed the Pokédex in the longest time, because you had to complete the Pokédex to get Arceus. There's no more of that either. You don't get anything for actually 100%. You get a shiny charm most of the time, I think, these days. So you can get more shiny Pokemon on all the Pokemon you already caught. One last thing about Zelda here quick, though. So do you guys like Oracle of Seasons and Oracle of Ages?
I've never played them.
I'll be honest, I never finished it.
I think they need the Link's Awakening treatment. I think it would be so perfect and just a cash grab and
Oh, because then they can make the 2 versions and...
Yes, absolutely. Oracle of Ages is the better game. The time travel is way cooler than changing the seasons. If I'm being honest.
Yeah, it sounds like kind of a big deal. Yeah.
I mean, the changing the season thing is fun, but I played Ages first and then tried to play Seasons, and I didn't really get as far in Seasons because I like going into the past, changing things, and coming back to the future and seeing the repercussions of what I did.
Yeah.
Because for a Game Boy Color game, it's nuts. What you could actually do in those games. It wasn't too much, obviously, but it was all scripted, obviously. So you go put a tree, you go plant a seed in one part, and you come back, there's a tree, and then unlocks another puzzle and whatnot. And it was just a little more thinking to it. But yeah, I think it needs the Link's Awakening treatment, because I think Link's Awakening, the remake, was so much fun. I love the style.
I loved it. Yeah, it was so good.
And it's so simplistic. I don't see how it would be hard to just take that already and kind of make new plays for it. You have the engine, right?
Right.
I know it still take work and artists and whatnot. It's obviously not as easy as people make out to be, but yeah, that's my opinions on Zelda here. I think that's about all I got lately.
Are we 3D Zelda boys or 2D Zelda boys?
I'm a 3D Zelda boy, but I think
we're 3D.
Real quick, best 2D Zelda game. What do you guys think? Because I bet this will surprise you. I want to know what you guys think first, though.
Oh.
If you say Zelda 2, I swear to God.
Nope, not Zelda 2.
Okay.
Absolutely not.
I want to like that one. It's just so damn hard.
Yeah, I made it to Shadow Link, and I'm like, no, I'm done. I'm done with this.
I'm going to be honest, I haven't really played that many 2D Zelda.
What about you, Ethan? What do you think?
I think...
I played Link to the Past.
I don't know. It's just my personal favorite, I think, would be Link's Awakening. It's just such a fun little rip.
That's absolutely
blast
fair.
through it. The music's really good. The answer that everybody wants to hear, I think, is Link to the Past.
Probably, but here I got a different game nobody really talks about anymore. A Link Between Worlds.
Lay it on me.
Perfect game.
Oh, on the 3DS.
Yes, it is so good. It's just phenomenal, and I love the open world concept they did with it. So you go rent the items, and you eventually could buy your items. But you go get an item from whatever his name was, the dude with the bunny hat. And then you could go explore that area where you needed that item to get into, and then you go do that temple. So you could do it in any order you wanted to, and it was just a really neat way to do that open world thing with the original Zelda formula. It worked perfectly.
I liked going flat. That was fun.
I went to school for painting too, so I might be a little biased here to where I could turn into a painting was the coolest thing to me.
Ha 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 ha. Ethan's the only non-art major. Ha ha. He's making triple our salaries.
Yeah, I'm the poor, but I help people for a living. So I mean,
that's pretty baller.
I'm a direct support professional. So I mean, I do something that matters.
I used to be a music artiste, but definitely I can't draw to save my life.
Yeah, I feel like I haven't done any art lately either. So anyways, I think we someone wanted to talk about some Silent Hill, I think.
I love Silent Hill. I know Anthony started playing one of them for a minute, but real quick, Ethan.
I have played a bit of 1 and 2. I'm just gonna put that out there quick. So.
Oh, that's right. Ethan, have you played Silent Hill at all?
I'll be honest, dude. I know absolutely nothing about Silent Hill other than it's called Silent Hill. So if somebody could please sell it on me and tell me why I should be interested in this, lay it on me.
I have a recommendation just if you want to see someone play it and really explain the games. There's this guy on YouTube called Totally Pointless TV who I absolutely adore his content. It's so good. But he has played a few. The way he does like let's play videos essentially is it's more him playing through the beats of the story and then breaking it down as you go. And the way his videos are just set up, they're perfect. He does a couple Silent Hill games on there. I would recommend checking those out, but I'm sure Eddie's got something here for you as well too.
So Silent Hill 2 is my favorite horror game of all time.
Was that the circumcision one, or is that 4?
No, it's Downpour. Okay. I think it's either Downpour or 4. I can't remember. It's one of those. Just I don't want to speak specifics.
I clicked on it and looked at the description earlier when we were first bringing it up, and it was 4. I think.
Okay, it was 4. The Room.
I think, unless
it's because there's that tube monster is why. There's no tube monster. He's like a worm thing that you find across.
He's a circumcised penis.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, checks out.
Those types of videos that Anthony was talking about, those are really good videos. But for Silent Hill, honestly, I would recommend playing it yourself first in a dark room. Like get some good sounds going, either with headphones or like a good speaker system or something like that. Audio is a really big deal. In those games.
I'm the opposite though. So I really like the story beats of Silent Hill. I think the lore is so much fun. I think the world is fascinating, and I love what they do. But I don't like the gameplay. I don't want to do it myself.
That's fair.
It makes me too anxious. It makes me so anxious, and I think it's what it does. It's supposed to do.
But experiencing it firsthand, there's just something about it. The controls, especially in the first one, controls really bad.
Yeah, I recommend just playing 2. At that point too, because like 1 is I don't think you're missing out on much,
but 2
feels like the polished version of 1.
Yeah, 2 is also my favorite. I haven't played 4,
and
but out of 1, 2, and 3,
do not play the HD remakes because they missed a bunch of the code and whatnot. They didn't have a lot of the source material. There's a lot of the music and the audio is off.
Exactly.
Do not touch those.
Exactly. Play the OG.
I'll be brutally honest. I think the reason why I haven't played through games like Silent Hill is I'm scared. I'm a little scared.
I'm not afraid to admit it. I will gladly admit that I'm a scared pissy pants baby boy when it comes to horror games. The only reason I do play them is because people like watching me be a scared pissy pants boy.
Yeah.
So
I don't know. Just the visuals in Silent Hill are so good. The loneliness, the audio really gets you. That industrial like metal screeching sounds and background sounds, or like weird noises that you can't like discern what it is or where it's coming from. And like the audio, we were talking about this a little bit before.
The radio specifically too, like is such a good mechanic.
The static.
Like it's so good though, because it makes you so anxious when you hear that static, because you don't know, you enter a room and there's just static because there's enemies in that area, and it's so unsettling and it makes me so incredibly anxious. We were talking about that too, to where what's scarier, when you know there's something in the room but you can't see it, or when you just don't know where anything is. And it's like the difference between Resident Evil and Silent Hill there, to where one is scary because there could be something anywhere, but this is scary because you know something is there but you don't know what.
Yeah.
Oh my god, yeah.
Audio is just so spooky. Like Resident Evil 4, the regenerators, they go like
Yep.
Those
are the guys you have to have the heat sensor for, right?
Killed me when I was a kid. That made me so scared for weeks.
Yeah, that's where a lot of kids that I knew who were playing Resident Evil 4, because I never touched horror games as a kid.
Yeah, that's
I knew
the
I
right
couldn't
enemy,
do it.
though.
That's where a lot of them quit. Like my friends and whatnot, they were just like, no.
It's too scary.
Well, because if you didn't get the thermal thing either, I don't know if you get the thermal thing for story reasons or if you just didn't go find it or whatever. Because I think you find them first and you have to run away from them, and then you find the thermal thing. I do believe is how it works. Because I don't think you get it before or after. I don't think you get it before you see them, right?
You might be able to buy it before, but you don't know why you need it before.
Oh, okay, gotcha, yeah.
Until after you see them, and then there's like something that you read that's like, oh, the parasites heat. But yeah, that and like Resident Evil 1, It's a pretty spooky game too, but I didn't get scared as much in Resident Evil 1 from like the zombies showing up, but walking into a room.
Oh, those dogs.
Walking into a room and just hearing a Crimson Head sprinting and like you don't know where it's coming from. That shit, I was like, ah! No! Like I
think a big part of the scariness too comes from like the lack of checkpoints in both Silent Hill and Resident Evil. Knowing that when you die, you have to go back so far because you didn't reach a save point.
But like
that makes it so unsettling for me because I don't want to keep redoing something.
The music in Silent Hill, just like the ambient noise, like the
right. You have lots of TikToks about that.
Yeah, I played
themes.
Yeah, the theme songs are so good.
The themes in Silent Hill are next level. Like I've never really seen another game
you'll go into
tackle
like
such serious things.
The reverse, like the hell world, and you'll just hear like metal clashing against metal, like, and just all these noises that there's like, this would make me shit my pants, but I saw like in Silent Hill 2, I don't know if it's the case in other ones, but there's like certain audio cues that are like rare and don't play every time you play through the game. So like one that I did get was you're going through like a hotel where like James and his wife made a sex tape. Don't worry about that. But you're going through a hotel.
Is that what the tape is though? Is that confirmed or is it just?
I think that's what it's. It's not confirmed, but that's what I think it is. So maybe.
Okay, is that what the fans think it is?
Maybe it's a circumcision.
I have no idea. but there's this one part where there's like you go up these stairs and like the top of the stairs is blocked off, but you can see down the hallway, and then his wife just like whispers his name like James, and I was like, oh. But is it for sure her or is it the other girl? We don't know.
See, the fun part about it.
But
I have a question too about Silent Hill 2 for you.
That was that doesn't happen every playthrough. And then real quick, I saw a clip. Somebody walked through a door, and then there's just somebody whispering. Like, I had
that happen to me. Is that not supposed to happen?
No, they were whispering in Japanese.
That happened to me.
What?
That happened to me in my playthrough because I saw that online that it's not supposed to happen.
In your fucking headphones, it's so like
it's
loud.
Awful.
But he's like, that would make me shit my pants if I was playing that.
I jumped so hard. Like, yeah, so that appeared during my one playthrough.
That's fucking
that's
nuts.
a rare thing. Yeah, it's right when it's in the room. It's in the apartment building, right? I
think so.
When you're still in the beginning, like that area, yeah, because it did happen.
I'm getting chills now.
It's a random chance thing, right? Yeah. So my question being though, so is Pyramid Head like sexually assaulting the mannequin creatures?
Yes.
That's what's going on there?
Yeah.
Because he's like representation of James essentially, right? Like that's the goal, the thing there.
Yes.
Is it James's model underneath it too, or is that something I might have made up in my head?
That I don't know. But yeah, Pyramid Head.
I said something about that, but
Pyramid Head was in fact assaulting those legs.
What do you think of the sexualization of Pyramid Head?
Pyramid Head's pretty hot. I'm not gonna lie.
They made him way too hot in Dead by Daylight, I feel like too.
They probably based him on the fucking movie. His arms in the movie are like cannons. But
yeah.
He also shouldn't be there in the movie. But that's another. They love to just throw Pyramid Head in like every piece of Silent Hill media now. But he's like,
he is who's the thing when you think of Silent Hill right away? What do you think of? For me, it's Pyramid Head. Absolutely, like
yeah. But that's James's guy.
That's fair. On the movies though, I know people are not as big of a fan of the Silent Hill movie because I get why. I think they're better movies than the Resident Evil live action though.
Yeah,
because there is 2 live action Silent Hills. No, yeah.
There's 2 or 3. I think there's 2.
There's definitely not as many as Resident Evil.
The first Resident Evil one.
Oh, there's a lot of those.
Not that bad, but
I actually really like the Resident Evil animated movies though. There are a lot. I have a lot of those on Blu-ray. Yeah. They're a lot of fun. But I think for like lore and world building, I think Silent Hill does a much better job at it because it's more mysterious. There's no confirmed answers.
Exactly.
I think when Resident Evil started like getting more bloated, it kind of like when you hit Resident Evil 6. Like what was Resident Evil 6?
Everybody shit on that one.
Dude,
well, because the logo for one looks like
6.
a dude sucking off a giraffe. I don't know if you guys have seen that. Go look it up. Look up the Resident Evil 6. Look up the cover art for it. And look at the 6. It looks if you got your phone on you or whatever right now, just go pull that up quick. It's a dude sucking off a giraffe, and once you see it, you can't unsee it.
Oh my god!
Don't worry about it.
It also makes me really nervous to what's going to happen with Resident Evil 9, because I feel like it's going to be super action packed with people with powers and shit, and I just feel like it's going to be way more of an action game than actually scary.
Yeah, 8 started to get back to that a little bit.
8 was so good for the first half of the game.
Yeah.
He like reattach his arm or something?
Well,
I never
was in
finished
7.
it, but
he stapled it back together. But that's probably because he's
it also happens in 8 like 3 times, but
yeah, you were used to it at that point. In 7 you have to actually go pick up your hand off the floor, which is just great.
Oh,
7 is one of the best games I've ever played. I absolutely love Resident Evil 7.
I think that's an optional thing too. That doesn't happen.
Pick up the hand?
Yeah. Well, no, like your hand getting cut off by the.
Oh yeah, because if you don't get the button mash correct or dodge right or something, then your wifey cuts it right off.
Or maybe I'm thinking of a different part.
You ever seen the mode of Ethan Must Die?
Yes.
It's insane.
Yeah, that's
where you get one hit, but everything dies in one hit, right? Maybe not one hit. I think it's just you.
I haven't played it, but
I haven't either. I could never. I'm not about challenging myself like that. In the game. If you are, more power to you. But like I say on my channel, I'm not a hardcore gamer. I'm
a bit of a masochist. But yeah, if you're looking for a spooky game to play, I would 100% recommend Silent Hill.
I think I'm gonna have to do it on like live stream. I think that's the only way I'll like get through it.
Yeah, that's what I was trying to do too. I would be careful. I did get in trouble on TikTok Live. If you do that, I don't know if you do the TikTok Live Studio or do the Twitch or whatever, but I got in trouble. I got a suspension one night after playing Resident Evil 4. So I would just be, and I was very worried about a lot of the visuals that were happening with Silent Hill.
Oh, M for matures.
I'm avoiding rated M games at this point because I got it appealed right away because I got hit for like harassment and bullying. But I'm like, maybe I said some profanities as I was dying because I kept dying in this part, and I switched games.
We aren't sure
why.
When
I came back and my thing was gone.
Just side note,
I stream Silent Hill
TikTok
too, and I was
is
fine.
Weird,
but
it's very weird.
I just wanted to say real quick, I have been reported on TikTok multiple times for query like scams, and it's just me making videos about Pokemon giveaway codes. That's from Nintendo being Arcanine this weekend, here's the code, and it gets reported for being a scam.
That's super odd. People might just not like you too, because that's the weird thing about TikTok and whatnot too. The reporting system is so bad.
This doesn't sound real, and then you're just fucked.
Yeah,
the code is expired. You're a liar.
They also don't understand sarcasm at all either on there, because one night I was making fun of like homophobes and racists. I was like making fun of them, and I got in trouble for harassment and bullying.
Well, if there's anybody that deserves to be harassed and bullied, it is homophobes and racists.
Yeah.
But
no, because I was talking about, I was like, can you imagine coming home and being like, oh, black people?
Yeah,
just getting home every single night and
be
like, oh, the gays, and just being that angry about it. Like that's what I got in trouble for. And it's like, it was clearly not
controversial.
Yeah, super controversial.
Right.
Can you imagine just being that guy?
The words
how
being said.
Shitty your life must be. Where you give a shit what anybody else is doing with their time.
Yeah, I'm just gonna go home, hate my wife, hate other people for existing.
I was talking about that last night too. I can't stand spousal jokes that older people tend to do. I don't get it.
No. Sometimes I do it ironically, making fun of those people, but
yeah, no, I get that.
The old ball and chain.
Yeah.
I'd rather be fishing.
Yeah.
Anyways, what were we talking about? Silent Hill?
Yeah.
I go on a lot of tangents, and I apologize. It's the ADHD thing.
This is why I said we don't really need to worry about topics, because it's okay. We go off immediately. But yeah, if you can stream Silent Hill, Swan, give it a try. Just, I guess
all right.
Be careful. I was okay with it. maybe there was something else that happened behind the scenes with Anthony's stream. Just make sure you set it to 18 plus, but it'll probably get flagged anyways for.
Can you set that actually on TikTok though? Can you for real set that though, or is it just
on TikTok Live? Yeah,
you can set it though, or you can put it on there.
You can, before you go live, there's like a check mark to limit it to like.
Is this in the TikTok Live studio?
Yes.
Oh, okay. See, I didn't know that was actually a thing. But then how does it affect your views at all? Because I know it's just playing the rated M games. Because Silent Hill 2 and Resident Evil 4 are both under the category for games, because there's a lot of games missing under there. And I've noticed that when I'm playing a rated M game, I get no more than 300 people that show up.
I don't know.
Like
I don't really get a lot when I stream anyways. But I don't think I've really seen too much of an effect doing that. I do it always anyways. So if I'm playing an M-rated game or not, I do it anyways. And depending on the game, it'll do better. Yeah, Silent Hill, I didn't really get a whole lot, to be honest.
That's absolutely fair, because I know a lot of times, so people, when they're just doing regular TikToks
I
and on
set
the
it to
TikTok
18.
page, they will have just like, this is an 18 plus channel, and they have it just say that. And so I always say, so when I was a kid, right, that 12 years old, 12 to 14, I was consistently looking for anything with parental guidance, rated M, rated R, TVMA. Those are the things I was specifically seeking out. So I think it does attract younger people. And I'm not sure. I feel like some people are maliciously using that to where, like, especially like hotter girls, they're getting lots of young boys in there. And they're like, but they have the caveat of, no, actually, I have it set to this. So
right. But so
it
then that gives
says
them
I
an
only
excuse.
want 18 in there.
Okay.
I mean,
I
I've used that as an excuse in my stream, but in a different way, because somebody told me to stop swearing, and I said,
yeah, that's fair.
Actually, you have to confirm that you're 18 before you can even watch the stream. So,
yeah, if you actually have it set that way.
Watch your profanity.
Watch your profanity.
Yeah, but like intentionally pushing the boundaries like that's a little different.
Yeah, well, you're not a hot chick with your tits hanging out either.
That's true, and that's probably why I don't get too many views when I stream Silent Hill.
Bro, I straight up saw a girl in there who was shaking her ass for tips, and I tried to report it because I'm like, that's fucked up. This is not cool. Like, there was no sensitive content warning, and they're like, no, this is fine. I got the report back. I'm like, no, this is cool.
What about the guy that needs more bullets? Have you seen him?
Bullets? No.
Oh, he shakes his ass on stream for tips.
Oh.
But he goes,
heavy weapons.
Yeah,
guy?
he goes, I need more bullets.
Did you guys hear the tragic news of what happened on TikTok though? With this fella named Inquisitor.
Oh, is it the person that ended their life on stream?
Yeah, on live, because some people were like, so what happened is
very uncool. Trigger warning, everybody.
Yeah, absolutely.
That has sensitivities to self-harm, suicide.
So what happened though is he had someone who was editing for him who lied about their age, and then he apparently was getting a little fresh with him. Supposedly, I haven't seen any DMs or anything like that, so I don't know how true that side of the story is, but they started accusing him of being a pedo after that. And then they started a campaign of hate against this guy, because after he found out she was 18 or wasn't 18, he was like, I don't want you working for anywhere, and he tried to cut her out. And then they went on this campaign of hate against this guy, and he ended up taking his own life on TikTok Live, which is just, it's so incredibly heartbreaking, and just how awful people can be, and how awful those allegations can hurt when they're absolutely not true. Like, it's,
yeah,
he didn't even do anything, and he still decided to take that route. Like, that's nuts.
Yeah,
but yeah, that's a thing that happened here. That's a thing that happened in the news. Just
know that if it's not true, you'll be okay. It's not like...
But that's the thing, though. It's like,
well,
are you, though? Like,
that's true.
With the way the internet is, you can get
canceled immediately.
Fun fact, people lie on the internet.
Yeah, a lot, actually. On that note, I can't stand people that are like, they're clearly doing stuff like stupidly, and then people are commenting to make themselves feel smart. It's like, you guys are clearly engaging in something that this dude, he wants your engagement. He's purposely doing this. Or saying something weird. That's a big thing too. People will mispronounce a word.
Except for Zelda tip number 1. Okay, I'm just an idiot.
Yeah, forget him. And forgive him for misspelling subscribe for 10 videos too.
Yeah. Okay, so twofold. I made these like short series, like Zelda tip number 1. Did you know that you could do blah 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 blah? And one on the first like 10 or so episodes, I had misspelled subscribe.
Oh my God.
Definitely did not realize that at all. But actually, in Zelda tip number 1, it's talking about how you can like. Okay, so you remember like the light seeds or whatever, like in Tears of the Kingdom in the depths. Yeah, so I don't know. My caveman brain was like, you have to fuse them to an arrow, and then you shoot the arrow, and that's how that works.
Okay.
So then I was like, oh well, shit. What do you do if you don't have any arrows? I was like, well, Zelda tip number 1: if you don't have any arrows, bro, you can fuse the seed to your weapon, and then if you swing your weapon, you can actually let go of the seed, and that's how you light up the room. Everyone in the comment section is like, no, you idiot, you throw it. And I'm like, I didn't know. I honestly didn't know.
But yeah, there are people that will make that style of content consistently of just them being wrong about things just purpose. So they get the engagement of people.
Right. Definitely.
Being like, you're an idiot. Look how smart I am. You're an idiot. Because people love to like prove how smart they are.
It's okay to do that like once or twice, but like as a joke.
When you have the need to do it though, it makes me think you are probably not a smart person. To where like, if you have this need to make sure that people know you're smart on the internet.
Yeah, or like if you bait people into thinking that they'll have actual tips about a game, and then you show them a color, and nobody knows what that means.
There's this one really funny guy though who does like, did you know you can play this thing on the Wii? And he goes in this whole elaborate explanation, and then by the end of it, he's like, oh no, you can't.
Oh wait, actually, you can do that. Yeah, I did a did you know with Silent Hill 2 where I was like, did you know in Silent Hill 2, and then I just played the game for 10 minutes. Until you find the first key in the game, and then I just say, there's a key right there.
Yeah, that's good fun, though. That's all in good fun.
Yeah.
So on a different news story here, quick, the Minecraft mob vote. Have you guys seen this? This is fun.
Oh, yeah.
What the hell?
The revolution is happening. Le revolution.
I haven't played Minecraft in so long, but I always see when the Minecraft.
Oh, I haven't either, but I'm getting hyped about everybody's finally like, no, we're done with this. You guys are lazy as shit. You can't put more than one critter in this every year.
Also, the fans always pick the worst one. Not the worst one.
Because Dream kept influencing it super hard because he wanted his stupid. I don't remember what it was. I watch a lot of controversy on YouTube.
It's okay.
But his little Dream fans would just go spam it, and he would get his way for a couple of those.
Okay.
I think it was like a glow squid or something stupid.
Yeah, I would have really liked to have a copper golem. But
I've never really played that much Minecraft. My nephew loves Minecraft.
I stopped playing Minecraft when they introduced food. So that just shows the last time I played. I was like, oh, now I'm hungry? Not done.
Oh, yeah,
that's fair.
I know.
That's fair.
Were you playing the fucking alpha?
Xbox 360, baby.
Yeah. When it first came out on the 360,
I played it on the 360 as well.
It wasn't up to date with the computer one.
Absolutely not. Absolutely not. But yeah, I'm pretty sure Mojang can afford to do way more with their game. They just won't. So I'm in that camp. But everybody's like, they're an indie developer. They're owned by fucking Microsoft.
No, they have the resources. They make one update a year.
Yeah, they just like having people do a lot of stuff for them because then you can sell your mod packs in the game, correct? I do believe.
I don't,
because there are things you can like when you go in like online to play Minecraft. There's a bunch of things you can purchase, and I don't think Mojang is making them.
Yeah, on the Microsoft version, which I think now it's only just one. They merged them, but
what is it, Java and Bedrock, those things.
Yeah,
I don't know how any of it works. I just think it's fun that people are finally like standing up for themselves and these greedy video game developers.
I hope that this time they include all three, and then maybe they just won't do it again.
Yeah, or just keep rolling out things. I
Make
think the
a better
mob
update.
is fun, but yeah, it's people are not happy about it. Not too happy.
Yeah.
Also, Ethan, I don't know if you had to be anywhere, but it's been way past like 40 minutes, right? Okay.
Yeah. I was like, it's all good. It's all good, guys. Happy to hang out with y'all. Though I got to go pick up my girlfriend from work, And I'm not late. Not late, thankfully.
Okay, I hope I didn't ruin the moment here either by saying that and bringing it up.
Absolutely not. This is a perfect segue. So anyway, just want to say nice to meet you, Anthony.
Nice to meet you too.
Honestly,
thank you, Mr. Sechsy Studio.
Oh, thank you, Mr. Swandizzle Sizzle.
What were you
I was
going
gonna
to
say, if we wanted to just end it here, we could.
Yeah, this is a really
unless
good
you have
spot to end
something
it.
else to add, Anthony. But
No, not really. I think we are about an hour and 23 minutes. That's a perfect amount of time, I feel like.
I
Unless
think
you
it's
want to get
good.
that hour 30, then I could talk about the new Exorcist movie or something stupid. And
We'll save it for the
But I
next
think
one.
I'm pretty good here. Absolutely. This is a really fun time. I would love to do this again sometime.
Thank you, boys, for joining. I think I'll have both you on many times. So
Yeah, I think it worked out really well, and I hope to continue onward. It's just a lot of fun.
luckily, Ethan just happened to be available.
Be ready in there.
I'm like cooking, like doing all my meal prep. He's like, "Yo, are you working?" I'm like,
You up?
No. He's like, "Yeah, you up? You ready to do the podcast?" Oh, hell yeah, baby.
Surprise episode.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, thank you guys both for being on. It was really fun. It went really fast. I can't believe it's been an hour and a half.
Yeah, I can't believe it
Yeah,
either.
Jesus.
It's been a good time.
Both of these beautiful lads' information will be
Oh gosh.
on the end card, but also in the description. Go check them out. We're all more.
I am on every social media at the same name too. I don't really do much on
Yeah.
Instagram these days, but if I could get more people over there, or whatever. And but TikTok's my main thing right now. So.
I was gonna say we're all more active on TikTok right now. I'm trying. I think Ethan and I both are trying to shift over to YouTube a little bit, but it's tough.
Me as well. I do have quite a few
Need
videos
to
over
make
there,
some damn videos.
but
Yeah.
mine are just recordings from Twitch and yada yada yada. So
So yeah, go
if I get
follow
more people over there, I'd love to do more stuff. So
Swandizzle in Sechsy Studios. We'll be seeing a lot more of them. And everybody that is watching, thank you if you made it this far. Like, subscribe, follow the Spotify. Fuck, I forgot to say that we're on
Smash
Spotify.
them! Yeah.
and if you want to if anybody wants to jerk off to my beautiful voice, just make sure you leave a comment about it and let me know. That's all I would
Just
like.
so
I just
he
want to know that
knows.
you're doing it.
Like you're
Yeah, I just want to know.
you're allowed to do it, but he just needs to know.
Yeah, exactly. I have no issues with
Need that
anybody. Like if you want to
confirmation.
schluck your thing or do the things and
Yeah. Actually, I didn't forget to say Spotify in the beginning because I'm going to record a part right after this and put it in the beginning. So you actually heard it. That's
Sneaky
crazy.
boy.
Perfecto.
Anyways, thank you everybody for watching. We'll see you in the next one.
Listening.
Listening. I guess technically on YouTube there is a background, but it's not.
Oh, I suppose, yeah. If it ever comes down, I'm totally fine with having my mug in the little window here and get all pretty and whatnot and
jerk off to that too.
exactly. I'm just a cute little pretty boy and I just want to know. All right, we got to end this. Right, it's the Minnesota goodbye. I will not let it end. So we got this. Got to be over. Eddie, are you done?
Have a great day. Bye.
Bye.